So today's video is one that I am really excited to share with you guys because it is one that I've been requested to make for quite some time. So today I want to talk about the topic of dreams. What dreams are in the context of conscious manifestation. What is the purpose of dreams? Do they have any significant meaning behind them? Do we need to pay close attention? Do we need to be concerned if we have unwanted dreams? So this will be through the lens of my personal experience, the interpretations of Neville Goddard and the law of assumption, and the more esoteric meaning behind dreams. By the way, hi, I'm Missy Renee, and on this channel we talk all things manifestation and the law of assumption, so if that's a topic that you want to learn more about, then definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon for notifications, and if you enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you are interested in more resources, such as my coaching programs, my workshops, or masterclasses, I will have links to all of that down in the description box, so don't forget to check that out. So when it comes to the meaning of dreams, this has been something that human beings have been trying to figure out for as long as we've existed. And when it comes to the psychology of dreams, we ultimately don't know exactly why we have them. We have some theories as to why we dream. Some of them include memory consolidation, emotional regulation, or just random brain activity. But in this video, we're not going to be looking at dreams through a psychological or scientific lens, but from the perspective of conscious manifestation, the law of assumption, and the more spiritual and esoteric meanings behind them. In essence, dreams are feedback. Dreams are communication. Dreams are mirrors of your beliefs and assumption. The biggest takeaway that is important to understand about dreams is that it is just as the circumstances in the 3D, our 3D reality, if you will, our imagination, is all made up of the same substance. It is all aspects of consciousness. And as Neville had explained and taught, consciousness is God. That is reality. It exists within and is made up of consciousness. So your dreams are one aspect of your consciousness, just like your imagination and just like your 3D reality. So dreams, just like the 3D and just like our inner world, what we imagine, reveal the state of consciousness you're currently living from. They do not inherently show us what we desire, but what we are believing and assuming to be true. A way to think of it is if the waking mind is the narrator, the dream state is that raw, unshakable truth beneath all the narration. Dreams, like feeling, is another aspect of the language of your subconscious mind. And Neville Goddard would refer to the subconscious as the womb of creation. That is the place where everything is created. So the way that we want to look at dreams is that it is another piece of feedback. It is another reflection of the deeper truths and the deeper beliefs and assumptions that you hold, the state of consciousness that you are occupying. And during this journey, as we are focused on the imaginal acts and going to the end and that change in our self-concept, we may notice a change in our dream patterns as well. There are different types of dreams that we may experience in this time that we should probably break down and go over just a bit. The first type of dream that we may notice or have are what some might refer to as nightmares or purges of that old story. It is essentially a dream that symbolizes that fear or doubt or uncertainty that we have or had. These are the dreams where old patterns are resurfacing. Being rejected, failing, being stuck, losing something. And naturally, it's easy for us to become worried or concerned or even panicked if these types of dreams are showing up for us. Rest assured, like anything else, it is only feedback. If we are noticing dreams that encompass the old patterns, the old stories, we can think of it as the final echo of an identity that we are shedding and actively changing. But what we want to remember and keep in mind when it comes to nightmares or when it comes to these unwanted dreams, these old patterns, these are not warnings of something that is going to happen. They are only responses reflecting any resistance that may still be intact. It means that there may still be attachment to this old concept, to this old thinking or this belief. And instead of worrying or panicking, we can use these bad dreams as a way to get deeper understanding into what needs to change. It's an opportunity to ask ourselves and get clear on what part of me is still doubting this, what identity is trying to survive, what fear is being exposed so it can finally be released. In the event of a nightmare or a bad dream, it is a perfect opportunity to see and get clear on where we may still be dwelling and give us a chance to revise it. I talk a lot about revision on this channel, and for very good reason, because the beauty in revision is that it doesn't just apply to 3D circumstances, it can be applied to our dreams as well. So if we have a nightmare, if we have a bad dream, we do not panic, we use it as a chance to reflect, and then we revise. Another kind of dream that we may experience on this journey is a dream signifying the wish-fulfilled state, our ideal desired state. This could be a dream where you and your person are back together, or you've received the job or promotion, you are experiencing that life of abundance. And for these dreams, we really want to hone in on that feeling. In the dream, it's going to feel very real, not metaphorical, but literal. Naturally, these dreams are incredibly powerful, and we want to hone in on that feeling of realness. We want to hone in on that feeling of our wish fulfilled. This is fantastic indication that it has been impressed subconsciously, and overall great feedback into that new state and where we dwell in consciousness. While we are on this topic, something that we may notice is that our dreams may appear to be abstract. There may be some symbolism in the dreams that are important to understand what they mean. In these dreams, we may see things such as bridges, doors, water, roads, a dream that references death of some kind, animals, or people that you haven't seen in a very long time. These symbols are not random. They represent a transformation that is taking place within us. For example, water in a dream symbolizes an emotional shift taking place. Death symbolizes the end of an old identity. And on the other side of that coin, birth symbolizes a new assumption forming, the start or beginning of your new self-concept. And things such as bridges or doors symbolize transitions or moving to a new stage. Dreams that often include this heavy symbolism typically take place in a transitionary period. It happens a lot as we are shifting from the old and moving into the new self-concept. So now, with a better understanding of what these dreams are, what they mean, the different types of dreams that we may encounter on this journey, how can we use this information to aid us on our journey? How can we use dreams to our advantage when we are in the process of consciously creating a new future? Because dreams are not just reflection and feedback, they can be powerful tools that we can utilize. Number one, we want to be sure to observe and document if needed without attachment, without judgment. We do not need to get ourselves worked up or panicked or spiral for any reason. There's no need to fear the dreams that you have. Instead, we just want to witness them. We want to observe them. And we want to ask ourselves, what is this dream showing me? Where is the single jet of truth? What is the implementation of this dream? We don't need to decode every symbol or overanalyze. We just need to feel the theme to have a better understanding of where we are currently dwelling. Number two, if needed, revise the dream upon waking up. As I mentioned earlier, revision is an incredibly powerful tool for a myriad of reasons, one of which being is that we can use it for not just 3D events, but events that take place in consciousness, such as dreams. If you had a dream that symbolized the old story, old patterns, old fears and doubts, then you can absolutely revise, and should. And we can do this at any point, ideally shortly after upon waking. Instead of how we recalled the dream, imagine that it had gone differently. Imagine instead that it reflected your desires. I have made a number of videos on revision for those who are not familiar with the technique. If you want more information on revision and how to approach it, you can check out the playlist that I've made up here, and I'll also leave that playlist down in the description box below. But this can be applied to not just the physical circumstances, but what we experience internally as well. Number three, celebrate the desired dreams or the fulfillment dreams. If you experience a dream where you have received your desire, where you are already living that reality or that life, give yourself the time to celebrate that, relish in it. Remember that this is evidence of the new reality that you have selected. Encompass that feeling and keep it with you as much and as often as possible. Allow yourself to feel the relief of that new state and how it felt. It may help to document, it may help to write it down so that we do not quickly forget. And we can return to this anytime that we may have a moment of doubt or questioning or notice resistance. It can serve as an excellent reminder that this was a state experienced internally. This is the subconscious accepting this new seed or idea as truth. And the last message that I really want to convey, and the most important arguably in this entire video, is one that may feel a bit difficult for us to fully accept at first, but is important to hear nonetheless. This is the deepest truth in regard to dreams. And that is, your dream life and your waking hours in your day-to-day are not separate. Just like your imagination, your dreams and your day-to-day experiences are different expressions of the same consciousness. In dreams, you are not just imagining or fantasizing, you are experiencing reality without physical limitation. Some dreams are not memories. They're not us just processing old beliefs. Some are previews into a whole new reality or state of consciousness entirely. They are a transmission from the version of you who already has it and is already experiencing it in this present moment. They can serve as an incredible reminder that we do not have to wait for it, that it's not coming in the future, but that it is already written out and very much real in consciousness. So the next time that you have a dream, do not try to dismiss it, do not fear it, do not overanalyze it. Instead, allow yourself to reflect on it. Allow yourself to connect with it if it was one that was ideal. Learn to extrapolate the meaning of that dream and where it may be stemming from within you. Dreams are just feedback. They are different expressions of the same consciousness. They are not random, but instead they are a reflection of identity, belief, and assumption. During this journey and in this process, you may have some wild dreams. You may have a period of internal rearrangement, and it can feel quite tense at times. Rest assured, this is completely normal, and nothing that we have to concern ourselves or worry ourselves about. Instead, see it as one aspect of the greater whole. Imagination, dreams, and your 3D reality all coalesce and are not fiction. When we learn to suspend our disbelief and that perception that we have of separation, we learn to interact with whatever it is that we want. You can go anywhere in dreams, just like you can go anywhere in imagination. The limitations that you face in the 3D are not ones that you have to encounter or try to fix when you turn within. Lastly, I wanted to share this quote from Neville and an important take that he makes on the topic of dreams. God speaks to man through the medium of dream and reveals himself in vision. And we are past masters of misinterpreting his words. A dream is a parable containing a single jet of truth. Don't try to give meaning to every word or event of the dream. Perhaps there will be several dreams, several stories in a single dream. Then each story contains its own jet of truth. This is just a reminder to us that we do not need to overthink this. Identify the feeling or the single idea that the dream is conveying, not the literal plot. When you discover these streams of truth, when you discover where it is stemming from, this is going to make the observation and interpretations much easier going forward. When we utilize all the tools at our disposal, including dreams, we can become absolutely unstoppable in what we desire to experience. Because once you understand that dreams are just another expression from consciousness, that they serve as feedback that you can use to gauge where you are versus where you want to be, and when you learn to utilize them to your advantage, that is how we use our given power. And that is how we ultimately manifest anything that we want. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope this helped to clarify some things on the topic of dreams. If you did enjoy it and found it useful, to give this video a thumbs up. And if you are interested in checking out any of my other resources, such as coaching programs, workshops, masterclasses, my blog, my podcast, my social links, got a ton of great resources down in that description box, so don't forget to check that out. Also be sure to check out the other videos on this channel. Don't forget to check out my Manifestation Fundamentals playlist. Each video is a different topic, but it all talks about how to create the best life ever. So until we meet next time, you guys, as always, please take care, be well, and never forget how powerful you truly are. Happy manifesting, guys.